Hi, what if you could be paid to sleep, paid to be active, improve your fitness, lose weight, and improve your overall well-being? Hi, I'm Darryl Lufton, practitioner of bioenergetic, functional, and Chinese medicine, and lifestyle freedom entrepreneur. With advancements in technology over recent years, it is now possible to make an income from your sleep, from your activity, and that is possible for everybody that has a smartphone. I'm taking advantage of it and it's great. Check out this video to learn more.
Here we go. I'm going to have this on a PDF file for those of you who want it. It'll be on the website. It doesn't have any of the fun pictures. It's just a lot of text, but it really does explain MoveQuest and what we are going to be doing and what we have coming. The first thing that I want to explain to everybody is that we are changing the names of the miners so that we kind of can start working on the theme around like the working through the arenas to get to the Hall of Fame so we can start incorporating our theme storyline with MoveQuest. So the Lenny miners are now called movers. The primary miners are now trailblazers. The ultra miners are now explorers. The alpha miners are now vanguards. And the omega miners are now called titans. And we'll have the story that goes along with the theme here shortly for everybody. The MoveQuest tokenomics, so that everybody understands, the MoveQuest contract is renounced. I've had a few people over the last several days that have messaged me and said they accidentally sent MoveQuest to the smart contract, the MoveQuest smart contract. We have absolutely no access to that contract. We can't mint more MoveQuest. We can't burn MoveQuest. We can't go into that contract and remove MoveQuest that you guys send to it. People have sent USDT to it. We've renounced that contract. We have zero access to it. So make sure you double check your contracts. But to go over the tokenomics, we mirror Bitcoin's tokenomics, of course, with some enhancements and some differences. But our max supply of the MoveQuest token is 21 million, just like Bitcoin. And it does distribute like the Bitcoin as well, with the exception of our first year. We started mining on the Avalanche blockchain on August 1st of 2024. And so the first year will be up on, well, we'll start the second year on August 1st of 2025. So for the first year, the daily distribution is 2,500 with the 2,500 on reserve. Okay, just so you know. So every time you're mining and you are submitting that proof of physical activity, and then you claim those tokens, you actually have double, because what you're receiving right now is only half of what you've actually mined, because we have half of the 5,000 that's being distributed daily going into a reserve contract. And that's simply because we're still building the community. And so we don't want to oversaturate the market with the MoveQuest token. And so those will be made available to you as the community is growing and the liquidity pool is more stable, so that when you receive those tokens that are in reserve, the liquidity will be there. It'll be more balanced. And here in the next couple of weeks, our team will have those numbers available to you. So you'll be able to see what you have in that reserve contract so that you kind of have a tally. This right here is going to show you what the MoveQuest supply and the halving schedule is. So the first year, 2024 to 2025, is the 2,500 daily, 2,500 in reserve. Now, beginning August 1st in 2025 until August 1st of 2028, the daily distribution will be 7,200 MoveQuest per day. So this is giving us the first year to really build up that community so that we're not diluting the market with the MoveQuest token. And then 4 years later, it will do a halving and it'll be 3,600 a day. It'll happen for 4 years and there'll be another halving. 1,800 will go out per day, and you can see how it decreases. Now, when you mint your miners, let me see here, let me come back to this one. When you mint your miners, the 90%, now that we're in the MoveQuest Web3, as soon as we come out of the dev, so 90% of that MoveQuest token will go into the vault. And then in the year 2060, you will begin to mine those tokens. So even beyond our lifetime, people will still be able to mine the MoveQuest token because we reduce the supply by removing 90% of the MoveQuest that's been minted and returning it back to the vault. So in the year 2060 on August 1st, instead of 28 being mined daily, it'll be 14 that's mined daily for 4 years. And then it'll go through a halving, where for 4 years it'll be 7. It'll go through a halving. For 4 years, it'll be 3.5 per day. But by then, the MoveQuest token is, higher than what Bitcoin is currently today. And that amount of MoveQuest will be a ton that it's making for people when we're talking, 35, 45, 55 years down the road. So when you are creating a crypto project, you really need to solve a problem. You need to be able to make an impact on the world. And so a lot of people, when they come to MoveQuest, we talk a lot about the self-sustaining ecosystem and how all of the features and the functionalities work. But what problem that we solve is that we are all about health. We want to see people begin to enjoy their lifestyles. We want to see people get up and move, and not just walking outside with your steps. We encompass all 5 categories of activity: your steps, your distance, your workouts, the calories that you burn, and your sleep, because sleep is important for recovery. And so we encourage that physical activity in a sedentary world. We incentivize our users because we provide tangible rewards for healthy behavior that your traditional health systems tend to overlook. And we all know that and those of you who have been here, you guys can all attest to this app motivates you to begin to become more healthy, to move more. And a lot of you have already experienced those life-changing results. I love reading all of the testimonials. On top of that, we offer that economic opportunity. We are giving users the ability to mine crypto while you're improving your health. And the best part is that we are completely decentralized. This gives users control over their data, your earnings, and your activity tracking without any centralized oversight. And so by focusing on these challenges, MoveQuest aligns with the principle that crypto projects should solve meaningful problems. What makes MoveQuest unique? We give you that revolutionary gamified experience, gamified reward system that transforms health goals into that engaging adventure. We merge the health and the digital world together. It's seamless, it's intuitive, and we give you full user control and transparency. There is nobody managing your tokens, managing your proof of physical activity. What you claim, how you claim, everything is under your control. There is nobody behind the scenes micromanaging this. It's not a business, it's a decentralized project. We empower users with blockchain technology. This gives you complete control, complete ownership of your assets, your data, and your rewards. There's no intermediaries. All the rewards and actions are executed through smart contracts. They are done instantly, and they are done in real time. Your earning potential, okay? This gives you dynamic earning opportunities. You have the mining rewards, you can earn through challenges, you can earn through leasing the miners, you can earn by helping us to build the community, and we give you flexible options so that you can participate at your own pace and you can build your wealth while improving your health, because wealth means something different to each person. We have this interactivity and a community. So through our challenges, you're going to be able to collaborate and interact with our community. Through our events, we're going to encourage a sense of community and competition. The leasing options make the participation accessible to anybody, not just those who mint the miners. And this is, to me, this is one of the most important features of our project. Anybody can use our platform through the leasing option. They do not have to mint miners, and they can still participate and mine these tokens, become more healthy, become more fit, build their own wealth without having to make a purchase. We also have future growth plans. We have a lot of integration that we're going to be making when we incorporate multiple blockchains. We do this for scalability, for interoperability, and also to be able to collaborate with multiple types of projects. What a lot of people don't realize is that the airdrop that we have created, that we've built, that distributes your daily MoveQuest tokens also allow for us to work with other projects who also want to deposit tokens from their project so that you can be mining those tokens as well. So it allows you to broaden that crypto portfolio. We'll be adding additional features like avatars, the metaverse, mystery boxes, boosts, and more that are going to enhance your engagement. I know I'm starting to get really excited because we're actually nearing the end of building this app that has taken us over 3.5 years. We're just now getting these final features in, and it's so exciting to see this coming together and being almost 100% complete. It's been a long 3.5 years. We're going to talk about why most projects fail for a minute. One is that lack of utility. Most of your projects focus only on their token sales or speculative value without creating use cases for their token or any type of ecosystem that encourages engagement mechanisms. And all this leads to is a pump and dump cycle, which what does that do? It erodes users' trust. I mean, I hear people all the time, and this is common, typical, and almost guaranteed, especially when you're building something as complex as MoveQuest, that your developers and your designers are not going to meet their deadlines. They try with everything in their power, but you just never know what's going to come up, and they have to debug and they have to fix, and a lot of techie stuff goes on behind the scenes. But we get a lot of people who are like, it is common. You get involved in a project and they never deliver on what they say they're going to deliver, and it falls apart before it even gets there. That is not MoveQuest. We have spent 3.5 years developing this project, and we have always delivered every single piece that we said we were going to deliver. And those pieces that we are still adding, we will deliver on those as well. We will never tell you we're going to do something and not do it. And so we actually pride ourselves on giving our community that trust that you can have in us. The other reason that most projects fail is because they are dependent on that external funding. They always need to be looking for that new money. Why? Because they don't create ecosystems. And this will require them, to need this constant influx of new users or new capital to sustain their operations. That's a Ponzi-like structure. They always collapse when the growth slows. Those of you who have been here since August 1st, you can see how we stabilize, right? Our liquidity stays stable. Why? Because we have an ecosystem and it funds that liquidity, even though our growth has gotten slower. A lot of people were waiting for us to come out with the new Web3 because it's so much easier for people to get started. And we totally agree with that. It was a little bit difficult for the average person to get set up, and it would take a couple of hours. So we wanted to make sure we had made this super simple for people to be able to follow it. But you'll notice that even with that, where the growth slowed down, we still retained our community. And so it was able to stabilize. And that's because we have an ecosystem, we have an engaged community. And so we don't need that constant influx of new users or capital to sustain the operations of MoveQuest at all, because it's a self-sustaining ecosystem. Now, of course, we're building our community. We're brand new, right? Even though we've spent the last 3.5 years of development on this project, we are now at that critical stage where we're taking it out to the public, we're sharing it with people, and we're building that community. Crypto is based on a peer-to-peer community, plain and simple. So why a thriving ecosystem is the key to success? We combine multiple utility layers. This project is backed by nothing but utility. Your miners are utility, and the MoveQuest token is loaded with utility. This entire project is nothing but utility. From the minting to the mining to the leveling up to your leasing to the hatchery to the challenges, every feature that is in this project is creating that utility. Each feature is interconnected. It reinforces this ecosystem and it drives that token demand. We have a very small community in relation to what some of your other projects can build in a very quick time. Most of those are your money games. This isn't a money game. This is a long-term project. And so you can see how powerful that ecosystem is when we can sit here and tell you we have less than 5,000 people in our community and we are thriving with that small size community. Imagine what this is going to be like when there's 25,000 people in the community, 50,000, 100,000, a million people, 2 million people, and there will be with this project because it is a long-term project. It's very sustainable and it has all of the features that every single project in the crypto space should have. We have a user-centric design. That means that the ecosystem empowers users to engage in ways that suit your preferences, from minting miners, leasing miners, hatching miners, joining challenges, evolving, all of the different features that we offer. And this flexibility attracts a diverse participants and it fosters a thriving community. We're going to go over all of this stuff here in a minute. We also have that circular economy. By returning MoveQuest to the vault, along with the liquidity provision, MoveQuest ensures that long-term sustainability and token stability. So the ecosystem balances that token supply and demand naturally without relying on speculative trading. We are also a model for growth. MoveQuest's ecosystem encourages organic expansion by rewarding activity and fostering community engagement rather than chasing new users for survival. MoveQuest doesn't just build a product, it builds a community and an economy in which every action contributes to a great self-sustaining whole. This is why MoveQuest stands apart and will thrive where other projects fail. Utility, utility, utility. This is the most important part, I believe, of our project. We don't just offer rewards for movement. It connects users through miners, challenges, leasing options, and community-driven growth. MoveQuest is mined. There was no pre-sale to build this project. We had a liquidity raise. 2 weeks later, MoveQuest was listed. MoveQuest okay, so you get your MoveQuest by mining the token. You have to dock your miners using the MoveQuest, leveling your miners, re-injecting into liquidity, moving MoveQuest to the vault for future rewards. All of this is that interconnected utility of the MoveQuest token. Challenges, boosts, the hatchery, leasing. This all drives token utility and engagement. MoveQuest's decentralized and self-sustaining model makes it less vulnerable to external shocks than projects reliant solely on new users and token trading. We have multiple ways for you to get started. You can mint your mover miners. That's your 50% miner that has that 50% mining power. You can hatch your miners in the hatchery, or you can lease your miners from the community. It will cost you $50 in MoveQuest to mint one mover miner. Minted miners are available for immediate mining. Trailblazers, explorers, and the vanguards, they either have to be hatched or they have to be evolved. Your omegas must be evolved, so you can't hatch the omegas. What is the purpose of the minting? Well, you get a 10% affiliate commission that's paid in real time through the smart contract management. This is for transparency and efficiency and to make sure that you're always paid instantly and in real time. Nobody manages that. It's simply between you and a smart contract. The remaining 90% of the MoveQuest is returned to the vault. This is reserved for future mining starting in the year 2060. So this approach reduces MoveQuest that's in circulation, but it doesn't rely on token burning. And this way we avoid that artificial inflation of the market value of the MoveQuest token. Hatching your miners, okay? You can do this movers to vanguards. So to be able to hatch your miners, you deposit $100 in MoveQuest into the hatchery, and you're going to see it'll have a little timer and a countdown while this is getting ready to hatch out your miner. It takes 7 days to hatch a mover. Takes 14 days to hatch a trailblazer, 21 days to hatch an explorer, and 28 days to hatch a vanguard. And you can see here what the deposit amount in the MoveQuest is. Titans cannot be hatched in the hatchery. I'm not sure if I go over this in the next slide. We do not keep any of your MoveQuest. You get 100% of that back. So this is a great way for people to get started, and it has multiple benefits. One, you're able to put that MoveQuest to work for you to hatch these valuable digital assets that you're able to use to mine with or to lease. It also allows more people to get involved. It pulls MoveQuest out of circulation, which will decrease the FDV. You don't have to worry about that selling pressure. There's many reasons why this is a very positive piece to the MoveQuest gamification. There is a ecosystem fee that you will pay in AVAX to support the ecosystem. This is what provides that liquidity for the MoveQuest token. So when you guys deposit your MoveQuest into the hatchery, it's $3 per mover miner, $6 per trailblazer, $12 per explorer, and $24 per vanguard. That does give you a drastic break on the price through the hatchery, but it's also, putting those MoveQuest into a contract where you're not selling them. Okay, that is a benefit to the community when the demand isn't there. Okay, that way it can help to create that demand without having that overselling pressure. Again, the utility for MoveQuest, you're using that hatchery and the MoveQuest to create those miners. It does increase the liquidity. And so those ecosystem fees support that long-term stability of the MoveQuest liquidity pool. You're able to hatch miners that can be leased and used to mine additional MoveQuests. So you're actually able to earn more assets by letting your MoveQuest work for you. A lot of you are not selling your MoveQuest. So rather than letting them sit idle in a wallet, you're able to lock them into a smart contract. You're able to produce more of these miners. There is no lock-in, okay? Your MoveQuest is not locked. You can withdraw it at any time. So even if you wanted to get a Vanguard, which has a 28-day hatching time, you can still remove that MoveQuest. It is going to reset the clock, okay? You'd have to start over with the hatchery, but we never lock up those tokens in the hatchery. So you will have full access to your tokens, so you're not locked away from them. This supports market health, okay? This is going to reduce the circulating supply of the MoveQuest without burning. It preserves that token stability and value. It's a scalable ecosystem. So as the market value of MoveQuest grows, the hatchery is going to scale with it, meaning those little fees that you pay will increase as the market value of the MoveQuest increases. And this maintains that fair contribution to the liquidity. The hatchery actually excites me for a lot of reasons. One, it really does open up the door for multiple people to be able to get involved in the mining process. It is a limited time opportunity, okay? The hatchery is more than a tool, it's a strategy. It lets you maximize the value of your MoveQuest by creating these assets that generate additional income. I want you to understand something. By locking them up and by hatching these new miners, that MoveQuest generally will be going up in market value. Yes, it can go down. We've seen that when it went from 125 and we've gotten as low as $9 and something. That's typical for crypto. That is not new. So if you look at that and you're thinking, oh my God, that's crypto. What is more than amazing is that you get to see it come back up and stabilize. And for all of the move to earn projects in the move to earn space, there's not one token that's ever done what MoveQuest has done and is still doing. And so that tells you there in of itself that our self-sustaining ecosystem is amazing. Okay, we took a lot of time to think through this process and to do it the right way. And so whether you're building miners for your own personal use or whether you're going to lease them out to others, the hatchery is your gateway to long-term growth and rewards. Now, the mover miners will only be available to hatch for a very short time. And I'll explain to you why. You mint the movers with MoveQuest. Okay, that's the onboarding piece. From there, you will be able to take, once we have this piece finished, you'll be able to take that mover miner and the $100 in MoveQuest tokens, and you will be able to deposit that into the hatchery and hatch the next level miner. Okay, so you'll be able to take that mover plus MoveQuest, deposit it into the hatchery, and you'll be able to upgrade your miners. So it's not going to remove the minting of the miners. It's just going to be an extra feature that you'll be able to use if you don't want to evolve them. Now you got to remember the evolution allows you to start mining with them right away. The hatchery, there is a time period that goes by before those miners actually hatch and are able for you to use. And it will only accept 30% of the circulating supply of MoveQuest. Okay, this way it does create that sense of urgency, fear of missing out, and it also ensures a balance in the ecosystem. So this limitation encourages continued minting and evolution, which also sustains the ecosystem. So if you do take advantage of the hatchery and then you change your mind and you cancel it and you withdraw your MoveQuest from the hatchery, somebody else will be able to step right in and take up that space. So it's going to create a bit of competitiveness there because what I have a feeling is that it's going to be more difficult to get into the hatchery starting out because there are about 300 and I think it was 303,000 MoveQuest in circulation. I love that too. We've got such an amazing ecosystem with over 600,000 MoveQuests that have gone out through the mining to only have 303,000 in circulation because of the way the ecosystem works is just phenomenal. And so to start, only 100,000 MoveQuest will be able to deposit into the hatchery. So you're going to want to watch it because if you don't get in on time or, in the first, the first go around, as soon as somebody's miners have hatched, you're going to want to make sure you're right there to deposit yours so that you can take up that space. The leasing of the miners, this is the next way that you can get started. You can lease your extra miners to other users and you can earn an income on your digital real estate. You charge a rental fee. You don't earn anything off of their proof of physical activity. You don't get a percentage of their rewards. Okay, that would be making money off the work of somebody else. But what you do get is that rental fee, and you collect that right up front. You can set your rental fee for a daily fee, a weekly fee, a monthly fee, but you do get it up front. And then it's up to that user to submit and claim. If they don't submit their proof of physical activity, they don't get the rewards, but you still got that rental fee for your miner. And if they don't claim their rewards, nobody is missing out except for them because you got your rental fee up front. So This will allow anyone to participate in mining without needing to mint the miners themselves. So this provides you with steady rewards from those rental fees. It's also a win-win because you can build the community and maximize your assets potential. And so I love this part as well because, you'll hear people say, well, your project's going to collapse without new money. No, we're not worried about the new money. We're building a community, that peer-to-peer community. It's the people who are engaged in the ecosystem. Every time you submit, every time you claim, every time you engage in a challenge or any of the events, any of the hatcheries and all of the things that we have here, that's providing liquidity, stability to this project. It's not about new money coming in. It's about building that engaged peer-to-peer community who is using the token within the ecosystem. Leasing the miners allows MoveQuest to grow organically. It enables participation without requiring, here we go, I'm already repeating myself, everyone to mint their own miners. Users can lease these available miners, paying a rental fee in exchange for the mining rewards. So it creates accessibility for those who may not want to mint or evolve the miners. It reduces the reliance on that constant new money entering that ecosystem. It also opens the door for more people to join the ecosystem, to contribute and to benefit from our platform. So this fosters a sustainable, self-funding ecosystem. It ensures that the miners retain their long-term value as income-generating assets, and by sharing resources, the community grows stronger without inflating the token supply or depending on speculative growth. The evolution of your miners. This is going to increase your mining power. So you can mint the movers. You'll be able, and right now you can hatch the movers for probably the first next week or two. Then you can hatch, if you want to wait for the time period, you can hatch the next 3 levels, and then you can up or evolve to that Titan. That's the highest powered miner that's replacing the Omega. Those of you that don't want to mess around with, the hatchery and the time frame that you have to wait, you can just go right through and you can evolve your miners, you can dock them, and you can get rolling today, minting and mining the MoveQuest token. The USDT that is deposited into the Evolution smart contract is paired to MoveQuest, okay? And then it deposits as liquidity. Now, there are times when the Evolution has to buy MoveQuest. This platform never, ever sells MoveQuest. It will buy MoveQuest and currently has purchased almost 200, I think it was 260,000 or something like that. MoveQuest last count is probably higher than that now, just from what has come in from the unlocking the mining docks and the different parts where you guys use the MoveQuest. All of that goes back into the system, into the liquidity. It doesn't go to pay developers. It doesn't go to pay designers. It doesn't go to me. It doesn't go to anybody else. It stays 100% with you, the community, for future liquidity. And so the evolution, when you evolve those miners to those higher powered miners, it is paired to that MoveQuest and it is added as liquidity. And so evolving your miners aren't just about increasing your rewards. It's also about powering the entire MoveQuest community towards that stronger, more sustainable future. Once you have decided how you're going to acquire those miners, whether it be from minting them, evolving them, using the hatchery, you then will need to plug them into the mining dock. The minute you plug them into the mining dock and you use MoveQuest, you're ready to start mining those tokens from your proof of physical activity. And these are the mining dock fees. Slot 1 is free. Slot 2 is $10 of MoveQuest. Slot 3 is 20. Slot 4 is 25. 5 is 30. 6 is 35. 7 is 60. And slot 8 is $120 in the MoveQuest token. Once you've unlocked those mining dock slots, you're able to plug in those miners and you're off to the races now mining that MoveQuest token. All of this MoveQuest, it simply goes back into the vault so that it can be added as liquidity to the USDT and the AVAX that is coming in through that engagement in the ecosystem. Now, those of you who are leasing out your miners, you are not required to unlock any dock slots. So you don't have that unlock dock slot fee for leasing out your miners. That does not happen with the leasing. Only on your private dock where you're mining from your own miners. So your mining dock, that's the gateway to maximizing your rewards. Now, while the leasing does have a mining dock, a global and a private, it doesn't have that mining dock fee. Once you've got all of this down pat, you're going to submit that proof of physical activity. This is what fuels the ecosystem. Once you submit that proof of physical activity, it validates your activity. Okay, it actually is recording it to the blockchain. And this validates what you're going to claim in your mining rewards. The submission fees adjust dynamically based on the token market's value. Okay, so this way it ensures that it's fair and scalable. So as the MoveQuest token increases in market value, so will the submission fee. If MoveQuest decreases in market value, so will your submission fee. These fees directly contribute to the liquidity pool. It strengthens the stability of the token and it supports a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem. So by submitting your proof of physical activity, you're earning rewards and you're playing an active role in MoveQuest's growth and resilience. Claiming your rewards. Okay, we want to encourage strategic holding, but not lock you down into something. And so everything is always about a choice here. You're in total control. Everything you do, you're making a call to a smart contract. You're in total control. But we wanted to be able to give you some options for strategic holding. And the longer that you wait to claim your tokens, the fees will begin to decrease. So the dynamic fee structure, it incentivizes patience and it helps to reduce that selling pressure. And it also helps to foster that token stability. So this system encourages a mindset of holding your tokens longer, supporting a stronger ecosystem while giving you full control over your claiming strategy. So the longer you wait, the greater the benefit. So if you want to claim your tokens every day, you absolutely can. It's a $10 fee. If you want to claim every 2 days, it would cost you $9. And you can see here, you can read it, every 3 days, 8, every 4 days, 7. But if you wait until you have 10 days to claim, it's only $1. So you can claim every 10 days, it will only cost you $1. You can absolutely claim before that, but it will cost you more in fees. And again, it just goes to liquidity. If you're claiming every day, there'd be only one reason for it. You want to sell them. And so you contribute more to the ecosystem. But if you hold them for 10 days and then you claim, your claiming fee is less. So it just kind of gives you a little bit of some options there, but it also will decrease those claim fees so that it rewards you for using some more strategic holding schedules. I know this is a long slide, but I think that this is an important one. We are more than just a platform. MoveQuest is a revolutionary ecosystem. It's never been done before. And, we get a lot of people who critique it and they just can't get it. They don't understand what the heck is going on here. What did they put together? We have an ecosystem that empowers you to transform your health and your wealth through innovation, transparency, and sustainability. We have taken how blockchains operate without being a blockchain. We've actually combined advanced blockchain technology with real world incentives. We provide you that unique user experience that fosters that personal growth. It gives you a financial opportunity with a community-driven success. We are 100% committed to adhering to regulatory guidelines. Okay, we want to ensure that we are compliant with global standards and that we are operating as a utility token. We are not a security. MoveQuest tokens are designed with clear utility. We have that power and ecosystem where every feature from mining to leasing, evolving, and submitting contributes directly to the community's growth and stability. Our dynamic, self-sustaining ecosystem eliminates reliance on speculative investments or constant new money. Instead, we focus on that long-term value, creation through thoughtful design, innovative mechanisms, and an unwavering commitment to empowering our users. MoveQuest is redefining what a crypto project can be: transparent, inclusive, and built for a better future. Where will you find any project on the face of this earth that leaves 90% with the community? It doesn't exist. So join us on this journey and experience the transformative power of movement, rewards, and a fully decentralized ecosystem that puts you in total control. Together, we're building something truly extraordinary. So let's move, grow, and thrive. Welcome to MoveQuest. That be it, guys. That is the presentation.
Wow. Can we enroll again? Phenomenal, phenomenal.
That
Yeah,
sums it up in a nutshell, right?
right. Yeah, I let all the guests know that this wouldn't be a presentation tonight. And hey, if you hung around, you got something that yeah, it was incredible. I mean, from
Yes,
top to
I'm going to
bottom,
make this
A to Z.
available. We've
Yeah.
got
Hey,
Thanksgiving coming up. We've got the hatchery that's going live at any time. If here's the thing, we've got so many people in different countries. We don't want to make it an unfair advantage because only 100,000 MoveQuests can be used in the hatchery. So we are going to turn this on at 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay, it is ready,
okay.
but it's not fair if we don't do it, at a more fair time zone or time frame. So
Makes
we
sense.
will turn this on at 9 a.m. Eastern. Now, the leasing, it is our plan to turn this on tomorrow night, Thanksgiving morning latest. We're just running some last minute tests. So for Thanksgiving, you should have the hatchery and the leasing available to you. The last thing on our roadmap are the challenges. And then, of course, we'll just be adding some fun things like the avatars, the metaverse, boosts. That's all fun stuff. But the entire app will be complete. And now it's time to get us listed on CoinMarketCap because we'll be able to turn the Web3 on MoveQuest.io and MoveQuest.com. You shouldn't have to worry about people trying to copy our website because we've bought just about every MoveQuest domain that you could possibly buy. We are prepared. All of our trademarking, copyrights, getting the LLC set up, putting all that into the Play stores, and even working with some different government agencies as well. We got a lot of exciting things in store for this community. And so we are hoping that you guys are ready for everything that we're going to be throwing at you here pretty soon.
Well, we've been waiting, so why not be ready? I mean, we this has been for me, it's since April, for you and for others, 3, 4, 5 years, just in the from in the mind to paper to concept. So yeah, time is the only, it's the only thing that we can't control. It's gonna go day by day by day, and it's only gonna get better and better and better as we've been seeing. So as long as we're patient and we're operating with the mindset of having some vision, knowing that this thing is gonna progress as we hang around and we continue to do what we're supposed to do as a community, as a collective, we're going to be fine. This thing is amazing already. And it hasn't even been 6 months, so.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just kind of going through the different comments in here. Somebody asked if I could speak English. What are people
Oh
doing that
yeah,
sends us to
we
the
addressed it.
website?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, guys. I am speaking English, and there are terminology in crypto that you have to familiarize yourself with. And I'm sorry, those are just the facts. So I can't make up something that doesn't exist. A smart contract I have put together, and I'm going to have the developers add it to the MoveQuest site, kind of like a glossary of terms. But you definitely want to familiarize yourself with some of the basics. What is a blockchain? What are smart contracts? What is the difference between a token? What is the difference with a coin? What is decentralization? What is centralization? I mean, those are all common things and they come in all languages. So whatever language you speak, you'll be able to get it translated. But those are things you want to learn. So I'm sorry if, the words that I use seem like they're confusing to people. This is cryptocurrency. And if I was to change the terminology, you'd think I was whacked in the brain when you did learn it, because you would wonder what the heck was I talking about back then, because I made no sense. And so I do use the proper terminology because that's how you're going to learn it. And that's not stating that you don't know anything. It's just that you've got to, you can go to YouTube. I mean, you can get a college education there. You can just Google some of these terms that we use, and it's pretty simple to figure out, but you've got to, just the basics. I mean, you don't have to be completely skilled in crypto to be able to understand what the space is, but just a little bit of due diligence will teach you enough that you can do some damage in the space if you really want to.
That's funny, Lynette, because when I got started, I literally didn't know half the stuff you're talking about.
I
It
didn't
just
either.
sounded so cool. I had to like Google half. I'm like, what does she mean by the contract is renounced? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, that's good. But at the same time, if somebody sends it to the contract address, they can't get it back now because it's renounced. So I understand a lot now. But man, Ken, I wanted to say one thing too. I feel like we're back when we had 30 people on a Zoom, but we have 623. You know what I mean, Herschel, where we're like,
Yeah.
like, we're never going to get this time back. There's 30 of us. Let's go out and share this. We're going to get this token up to $5, and now we have 623 people on here, and we're not going to get this time back again. Imagine what we're going to do with 625 people just on this Zoom, not counting the 4,500 people that aren't here, but what we can do as a community going forward for just a token. And one thing that I had a lot of people do, and maybe this is you, maybe this isn't you, maybe this is some people that you might know that don't know how to do all this yet, or you don't know how to teach them how to set it up. Work with obviously your sponsor or something else, but it's easy to import that MQT address into a MetaMask, into the Avalanche network, and have them buy, $300, $400, $500 worth of it, and let that sit there. Because as this comes out and this starts to go, and people see how easy it is to create and evolve and do everything on the site really quick, and that you won't have to have your hand held by Herschel 24/7 to do it, or myself or Ken or Brandon or anybody, and it's going to be a lot easier. This will grow so much faster. And those people that bought that MQT right now for 500, that MQT will be worth 1,500 or maybe even 3,000 potentially when this goes up. That's what we did before. My buddy on here, I think one of my buddies, Ralph, he bought it early and it went way up. He cashed it out and all Omegas. He's like, that was cool, so he was obviously get started at a smaller miner, but we're at such a small stage right now of 625 people compared to where we are with 30. And look what we did with starting with 30 people on a Zoom. Got it to 100. Now we got 600 and something people. We're going to get this token up really high. And now we have a way to forge them or hatch them or do whatever we want to call them. Put them in to earn more of the miners. I'm excited. I don't know if anybody wants to be around me in Thanksgiving because this is all I'm going to talk about. You know how it goes. So I'm pumped. Thanks, Lynette. That was fantastic. And Ken and Herschel, appreciate you guys, and Brandon too. This is fun. Keep inviting everybody to the Zooms. What's up, Herschel?
Real quick, Miss Lynette, just for clarification for everybody that's listening right now, because I know tomorrow will be chaotic in the morning. But we want to make it clear that in order to participate in the hatchery, you're going to go to dev.movequest.com after 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow.
mhm.
And if you look in the left-hand column, there is a tab for hatchery. You will click that. And at that time, you will have a screen that pops up that should walk you through that process. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty straightforward on what you'll need to do once that happens. I have not seen it, so I'm saying this out loud so that Lynette can tell me if I'm off base with any of that. Does that sound about what it's going to look like tomorrow, Ms. Lynette?
Yep, you'll just go right. We're going to be on the dev.movequest.com probably, I would say, until the middle of next week. Okay, before we go to move over to the actual site, just so that they can finish getting these last features in and make sure everything is right. We don't have to change anything on the final version. So you will go to dev.movequest.com, click on hatchery. It'll have all the steps that you need to take. It's pretty simple. You're just going to deposit MoveQuest, the amount of MoveQuest for the type of miner that you're going to be hatching. And then you'll wait for the days to complete, and then you'll be able to claim those miners. You have to make sure you have AVAX because there is that hatch fee on each one of those miners. But that's how simple it'll be. Same thing with the leasing. The leasing will have all of the walkthrough instructions. You'll see on the far left tab, leasing. It'll be self-explanatory. Plus, we'll probably put a video together too to kind of help you understand it as well. As far as the new app, I would not expect that for at least 2 weeks. But definitely it will be before Christmas. It's going to definitely be after Thanksgiving. But we wanted to get all of these features available to you guys before the holiday, so that while you're with family and friends, if you want to share the project with them, you'll be able to take advantage of that hatchery and the leasing piece. It allows people to get started without that expense of owning those miners. So hopefully that explains some of that stuff there.
Absolutely. And what I will say hopefully it comes out before Thanksgiving Day, but when it is available for the leasing, whether it be Wednesday night or Thursday, I will record a walkthrough video and make sure that that's put into Discord and all the socials and groups and all of that kind of stuff. So if anybody has family or friends available during that time and they want to go through that process, that will be there to be able to use as a resource.
Yep. I'm just kind of going through the last little bit of stuff. I've answered a lot of you guys' comments in the chat.
Yeah, remember, we also have Discord, guys. A lot of what we've been putting together is about communication and streamlining that process. So if you're not in Discord and you're saying, I don't want to get in there, I don't like it, blah, 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 you're probably going to want to get in there anyway and figure it out, right? Because we're going to have the dev team in there. We're going to have support in there. Everything's going to be funneling out of Discord from the corporate side for Q&A and concerns and tech issues. Just bite the bullet, learn something new, click around. You don't have to be super proficient at it. Ask some questions and you'll get used to it. But that's where we're going to be at. And that's where I want everybody to be communicating, because if you have a question and there's an answer, there's probably someone else there that needs to see that question in that answer as well. We don't want to be in 5, 6, 10 different chats and groups and rooms in one place, one voice, one mission. That's going to be Discord, right? So just putting that out there.
Very good. Yeah, and you know what? It's so much better, you guys. You ain't got to deal with all them scammers and Telegram and all the. Oh, I know. I don't know about you guys, but what a stress reliever not to have to deal with Telegram anymore. That was like a daily nightmare.
Yeah, and you shout out to Mr. Ross, man. Rania Ross is phenomenal. The guy has put us in position with different bots and different just little technologies and soft little stuff on the back end that I have no idea what he's doing. But we haven't had any issues with not one. We've had a few try to come in, but they just stick out like a sore thumb. You can get out of here. No scammer can get through the way that thing is set up in Discord. So if you like security and you like being able to move around and not get anybody in your DMs and trying to fake profiles and all that, get in Discord.
Yep. Some people are asking, how do they buy MoveQuest? If you go to our website, you'll see down on the front page, there's a couple of buttons you can click that'll take you to the exchanges. I just put it in here in the response to, oh, I don't know who asked the question. Somebody did in there, but anyway, maybe it was Kenneth. Let me respond here. Yep, I already did respond. So I gave you the link of where to buy that. You use USDT to buy it. And yes, everybody, you can still use getfitmining.com, but honestly, it's so much nicer to use dev.movequest.com. Just go over there, play around with it. You can't hurt nothing. It's so much nicer. It's so much easier to use. There's so much more data there and stats that you can look at. All right. You have to use the app to submit, but you can claim on MoveQuest. You can use the browser on your phone to launch the MoveQuest site. However, it's not responsive, so it doesn't look the greatest yet. We're waiting on the developers to fix that, which that should be hopefully fixed in the next day or two so that it is responsive. Some padding and things need to be added to that because there's some, it just doesn't, it's not working quite like it should, but it's getting there. It works, but it's just clunky.
Hey, Lynette, we have some people asking if there's going to be a limit or a max to how much MQT someone can put in the hatchery per person.
There is no limit, but there is a max amount on a community-wide level. Only 100,000 MoveQuest can be put in the hatchery. The reason for that is if we did an unlimited amount of MoveQuest, we would end up with a massive demand for the token with no supply available because who wouldn't put all their MoveQuest in the hatchery, right? So we do need some out there that people can sell to create, you know what I mean, to meet that demand. So to start, it's 100,000 MoveQuest, and it will increase as more tokens are released from the daily distribution, then you'll start to see the hatchery will increase in the amount that it can take in. So it's 30% of what is in circulation. So it's starting out with a limit of 100,000, but there is no personal limit. A person can do as much as they want as long as it hasn't reached the, maximum community limitation of 100,000.
Gotcha. So we'll see what that looks like when that opens up tomorrow morning. And then Herschel will make a tutorial video off of that so everybody can see.
Yeah.
And Ms. Lynette, here's a question I'd like to hear you address because I've gotten it quite a few times for people that may not understand. If I already have 8 Omegas, what is the benefit to me for placing my MQT in the hatchery? I know it may sound simple or whatever, but it's a question that I've gotten quite a few times.
Well, it's more common sense, I think, than anything. And you have to be the one that determines what you want to do with your MoveQuest. So many of you are holding that MoveQuest. It's just sitting idly in your wallet. It's not, while you're waiting for the MoveQuest market value to go up to a price point that you decide you want, to exchange it. And so here's my philosophy on it. If I just have MoveQuest sitting in a wallet, why wouldn't I put it in the hatchery and let it make more miners for me? Because I'm able to take those miners and now I can lease them out. Even if I have 8 Omegas, I'm going to have more digital real estate that I can put on the global marketplace, that I can put in my own private marketplace, because everybody will have their own private marketplace. And now people from all walks of life are going to be able to just come in and stake to your miner, and you're going to be able to earn a rental fee on it. You're going to charge a rental fee. You'll determine what that fee is. It'll make it competitive. Some people will charge more than others. Some people will have different miners, different powered miners, but they'll all be on the marketplace, and it opens it up for others to be able to mine. And so it just allows you to earn more money from making those miners available. So you have that MoveQuest. You deposit it into the hatchery, you get your MoveQuest back, and you get your miners back. I mean, to me, it's kind of a no-brainer because it didn't cost me anything except, like, if I want a mover, it's going to cost me $3, not 50, $3. I'm going to be putting my MoveQuest in there, which it's a positive thing for the community because it's pulling it out of circulation. Okay, when it pulls it out of circulation, it's not being sold. So at least for 7 days, that MoveQuest doesn't get sold. If you're going to go with the next level miner and you're going to do, I think it's the Trailblazer, it's $6 in AVAX, plus however much MoveQuest, I think it's $200 for that level of miner. When that 14 days is up, you get all of that MoveQuest back and you get that miner. But you pulled that MoveQuest out of circulation for 14 days. That's telling the community that it's not going to be sold for 14 days. And it's just for each level miner. So you're able to let that MoveQuest work for you without losing that MoveQuest. You get it all back. And it's not locked. You are able to withdraw it at any time. So if you change your mind, you do get that MoveQuest back. You just don't get the miner. And the fee has already been paid through blockchain, so that's not refundable either. But we don't lock your tokens up for those amount of days. You are able to take them out when you want them. But if you do take them out, remember, it resets You're no longer, hatching that miner. You would have to deposit that MoveQuest again to restart again, and you'd have to pay that miner fee again. So you want to be sure that you want to do it so you don't have to cancel it. But at least if some emergency come up or you had to have that MoveQuest, you do have access to it. So we don't lock it out. We don't lock it up on you.
Lynette, I see a lot of, and these are simple questions for you, but if you are using GetFit Mining, the app or the desktop or whatever else, and you go to the dev.movequest.com, all you got to do is connect your wallet. Your
Correct.
miners, yeah, your miners are not in the app. They're not in the Web3. They're in your wallet. So they're in your MetaMask wallet. So if you go in here, like she's coming in right now, or Ken's going right now and connecting his wallet to dev.movequest.com, once everything populates, Zoom is slow, but it'll show over here on the left side. And also, if you sent MQT to your transaction fee balance, you will actually see it in the dev.movequest.com as well. So tomorrow, you will be able to see the hatchery and you'll be able to see what you can do there. And yeah, Herschel breaks down leasing better than anything I've heard. So me just having tons of MQT sitting there, I already have a bunch of Omegas or Titans or whatever. I'm going to obviously use the MQT I already have to make more to be able to lease later on. It's like giving money to the bank and them just giving me apartment complexes later on to lease out. Like, this is ridiculous. This is cool. So
and they give you your money back.
And then you get your money back. And then if you went there and you knocked on the door, they'll actually give it to you right then. They won't ask you a ton of questions. And they're not locking it in. So, I mean, this is great what you created, Lynette and Wallet, if she's on here too. But this is fun, guys. This is easy. Take a breath. Just understand all your miners and all your MQT is in your wallet address. You're just using a different website,
You just connect and everything shows. And you can hatch more than one miner per wallet. You're going to be getting these hatching cards. And you'll see, I'm not going to tell you guys what the UI is going to look like. I really want that to be a surprise, but it's pretty awesome. And each one of these cards will show you what your time frame is. And so you can have as many of these as you want per wallet. You're not limited to just one. You can hatch a miner even if it's not in the dock. Yes.
And here's one that's come up.
It hasn't been there yet.
Here's one, Lynette, that's come up quite a few times since this weekend. If I want to sign someone up using the dev.movequest.com site right now, the referral links, if you guys come in and look, when you get ready to go through the onboarding process and you get to step 2, activation, right here it says enter activation code. Here is where you can give whomever it is that's signing up. They just go to dev.movequest.com and here they put in your username or your wallet address that you're mining with. We'll just go right here and then they will automatically be connected to you.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are in GetFit Mining's compensation plan, you will receive the 11 level commissions. New people who are getting started in the MoveQuest. I'll have to double check with the developers. I don't know if they've done the changeover yet. They may still be able to get in to the GetFit Mining compensation plan. I'll find out and let you guys know. But here in the next few days, anybody who gets started with MoveQuest, I believe when we go to movequest.com, when we don't have the dev dot on the front, would only get the direct commission at this point. You would no longer be in that GetFit Mining comp plan. But anybody who got started in GetFit, who is in that comp plan, you are still earning, as you always have been, over there. I know it might sound confusing, but.
Well, that part's very, very important. Everybody understand what you just said. If you have people that's sitting on the sidelines have been waiting, but they consider themselves builders and they want to share with others, now's the time to get them in before this system rolls over.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to get 11 levels. And I see some, to connect your wallet, just go to the top. Make sure you're connected to your wallet. You'll see the little logo at the top in your MetaMask. You click that drop down, you see the little logo image of MoveQuest up there. click that, make sure your wallet is connected, and then you'll be connected to the website. Yes, your referral links do work as well. But yeah, you want to get this out to everybody you could possibly get to, just timing. You come to them in a couple weeks, they're going to be like, why didn't you tell me a couple weeks ago? Oh, well, we didn't have the app yet. What? No. Why? Just tell me ahead of time. So a lot more questions. You guys catching these?
Yeah, I'm reading through them. Some of them we've already answered though. Here's the thing, guys. I know this is going to sound crazy. So try to follow me on this. The lower you buy MoveQuest. Okay, so let's say tomorrow, let's say people are waiting until tomorrow. I mean, there's a lot of people already holding a lot of MoveQuest. There's over 300,000 in there, in circulation that are being held in people's wallets. Now, when you go and you buy, let's say you buy right now, say it's at $20. And so let's say it's $200. It would take 10, let's see, what would it take? 10 MoveQuest? Yeah, 10 MoveQuest. But if people start buying and they drive it up to $50, it would only take 2 MoveQuest. So because you bought your MoveQuest lower and then it went up over through the night, tomorrow, where it would have taken 10 MoveQuest to get, let's say, 1 Trailblazer, if MoveQuest was to get up to $50, now you're actually able to deposit, let's see, so let's say it's just I'm losing track here. 10, it would be $200 for a Trailblazer. It would take 10. But if it goes up to $50, it would only take 4. So now you've got 6 extra MoveQuests sitting there, which is going to give you an extra Trailblazer. You see what I'm saying? So if you're buying it lower and then the price starts to go up, it's actually going to take less MoveQuest in the hatchery, which means it's going to double or triple what you're going to be able to pull out of the hatchery by buying them low and going in at a higher price. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense to you guys? I start confusing people.
All I know is you buy low, sell high.
Yeah, just buy low
But
and
what
hold.
we
I
see is a
mean,
lot of people sell low, buy high, but that's how it goes.
yeah, work on your
It's
mind.
going to
Work
take,
on that.
if you
Work on
buy
that.
low, you're going to get more MoveQuest low. And if the price goes up overnight before the hatchery opens, and let's say MoveQuest doubles in price, it would only take half of the MoveQuest you bought, which leaves you with half because the price doubled. Do you see what I'm saying? Which means you're going to get double the miners for what you thought you were only going to get half of.
Right. I know.
I
So
guess I need to start doing like these breakdown Zooms so I can start explaining all this stuff because I just lost everybody. I know I did.
Yeah, not really, but yes, it is technical, and there is
It's not that people
there's a
don't
learning
understand
curve.
it, it's that I'm very bad at explaining things.
Well, oh, not really.
You're good. You're good. A lot of
Well,
it's just repetition and
right.
familiarity
Yeah.
with it. And if you don't mind, Lynette, let me answer one question that I've seen in the chat. Um, some people that, especially if you've been doing most of the stuff on your phone with your phone, connecting your wallet and things like that, if you're having difficulty connecting your wallet to the website, one of the things that I've seen fixes the problem 85% of the time. If you have more than, let's say, for example, MetaMask extension, if you have Trust Wallet, if you have Exodus or Clever or other wallet extensions on your browser, they're competing with one another. So you're going to need to go in and actually, for example, go to Manage Extensions, open that up, and here you would just turn off the other wallets and just leave MetaMask on. Just turn them off. You don't have to remove them or anything like that. We're just going to momentarily turn them off. And when you come back, you should just be able to simply click connect and connect your wallet or whatever. So for those of you that are having problems connecting at this time, that is one way to see if you can fix that problem. Just wanted to throw that 2 cents in there.
And sometimes just changing your, like, I don't know if you guys use a VPN. I use MetaMask, and sometimes I can't connect and do different things. I have to turn on my VPN and then bam, it comes up and works. So the leasing pricing strategy, I am still putting together a guide on that for you guys. I mean, there's so many ways for you to decide how you want to charge that fee. So I will make that available here in the next day or two. But a lot of it, I would base it on the market value of the token and what the average miner is going to mine. Obviously, the higher powered miner, you should always assume that a person is going to do 100% of the activity. Why? Because that's what the miner allows. It's not your problem if they don't max out, right? That's not your problem at all. The fact is that your miner gives them the ability to max out. And there's so many ways that you can max out that physical activity. No matter how young, how old, there are many, many, many ways. So I would always base it on what is the max average that miner is going to mine in MoveQuest based on the market value of the token and come up with what would be a fair rental rate so that it is worth it to the average person. But I wouldn't base it on, well, maybe they'll only do a quarter of the work, or maybe they'll only do half of the work. Point is, you've offered them a miner that allows them to do 100% of the activity, and that's what you should base your fees on. That's my personal opinion. You guys, I'm not really a crocheter, but I've been crocheting at night because I pick up an extra 4, 5, 6,000 steps just by crocheting. Bouncing a ball, dribbling a ball is picking up steps. There are many, 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 many ways for people to max out that physical activity without having to spend 2 hours on a walk outside or running or, spending it at the gym. It's physical activity. You're getting up, you're moving. That's the whole objective of this application, to get more active. And trust me, as you start getting those steps in, you start moving more just naturally. So do whatever you can do and encourage other people to do that too. Just move more. That's what you should base your rental fee on. Everybody maxing out. All right, boy, you guys have lots of comments in here tonight. Whew, there's hundreds.
Yeah, and half of them go into Discord. It's all good though. People are excited.
Yeah, the crocheting is being monitored via my watch. I was really shocked. My granddaughter wanted me to make her a scarf that matched my daughter's that I had made her years ago. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I could do that. I got done like, oh my God, it just said I closed my rings. I'm like, phew, it's all that crocheting with my right hand. I was shocked. So guess what? Every night I rip
Wow.
the whole thing out and I crochet some more. I rip it out the next night, crochet some more. I'm still using the same ball of yarn. It gets me my
Mm.
steps that I'm missing.
Yeah, it's called MoveQuest, right?
Yeah.
Move,
I'm not
move.
doing anything. It's just my arm, my wrist is moving constant and I have it on my right wrist. So it's picking it up. So whatever, if you have a fitness tracker and you like to do that kind of stuff, even like dribbling a ball or playing tennis, I had a tennis ball up against the garage all the time. And that gives me that motion as well. Trust me, that's physical activity too.
Mm, beautiful. Yeah, Jason, good one. Shadow boxing. I mean, just, a lot of people
Yeah.
have figured out ways to, accumulate those steps and burn those calories by just doing their everyday routine. I mean, you can go gardening, you can walk your pet, you could do some stretching, you could do yoga, you could do some crocheting, you could do all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, that's the beauty of this concept is that it's going to touch so many people, uh, from every walk of life and at every situation. We have people that had dire situations where they had a broken back and they were bedridden and they were maxing out. Well,
Mhm.
what's your excuse, right? So it's just like, if you really want to go get it and get it done, you can do it. Powerful.
I've
Yeah,
put
Herschel,
my fitness tracker on my ankle before.
there's a question for you, Herschel, as when you're going to be starting doing up your 2 p.m. Eastern calls.
Monday.
Monday it is. You guys hear that?
What's Monday?
Herschel doing his 2 p.m. hold your hand session calls, helping people out, getting started.
Yeah, how about we
Oh,
run those out of Discord though? How about that? Yeah, I think that might work. We'll figure that out. There's so many things you can do with Discord, guys. It's amazing. I'm learning about it every day.
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
just buy one of them little, I'm gonna get one for my dad where you sit on your couch and you just ride this bike thing, but it's just on the ground. Just like slip your little feet into it and choo 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 choo. You get your steps.
Right. Awesome. Well, this has been incredible. Um, so much to learn, so much to accomplish in the next what 24 hours or less here with the hatchery upon us. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, more than half of these questions, if you all could get into the chats and in Discord, especially, we'll address these questions and help you move towards a better experience with this platform. There's a lot going on at one time, but collectively, there's that word again. We could do amazing things. So, you guys good? And Lynette, you got anything else? Herschel, want to add anything? Brian, any leadership out there? We're good to go.
There we
Yeah, I
go.
could sit here and talk about MoveQuest all night long,
I
but
know, right? We can. I mean, that's up to you.
no, we gotta go.
There you go. All right, right. Absolutely.
I
I
got to get
agree.
the rest of these. So I want to have all, I'm trying to get all of the information ready for the site so the developers can just get that on the site. So
Right.
like people that don't understand what the terminologies are and things, they'll have it all right in front of them. I really want MoveQuest to be like super intuitive and easy for people to learn it on their own without having to feel like they need so much hand holding. But I'll tell you, when you do get done using MoveQuest, you're good when it comes to crypto. You pretty much got it figured out. It's a great education platform.
Yeah, we should say if this was a person's first concept that they, been a part of in the space of crypto and they hit a home run. They hit a grand slam. I mean, you really nailed it. I've been through hundreds of these deals. Nothing like this. 100 of those deals. Let me rephrase that. Right. And yeah, this one just I knew there was a reason why I was here though. I could tell right away. Um, there was something special here. So yeah. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Looking forward to our next Zoom. That will be what, Thursday night. I'm wondering if we'll have. Wait. What's Thursday? Wait a
Well, it
minute.
can't be
Thanks.
Thursday.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am doing a
yeah.
presentation tomorrow
Okay.
morning.
Brandon's doing a presentation tomorrow morning. So again, in the
What
Discord,
time
there's
tomorrow? Let's see. I'm Mountain Time. I'm trying to think because we're going to do this at 9, Brandon. Maybe we should walk people through how to use the hatchery.
Absolutely.
I like
Especially
that.
if that's launching at 9 p.m. Eastern, mine will be at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So
going to launch
that's
at
that's
9 a.m.
10.
Eastern. So it's
Yes,
11 a.m. No, it's 9 a.m. Eastern. That's 7 a.m. my time.
right. That's 6 a.m. my time, and then my presentation will be at 10 a.m. your time.
Okay. So we'll look and see how it all goes tomorrow. We may have to increase the amount that can go into the hatchery. We'll have to wait and see. I have to watch the algorithms and see what happens to decide if we're going to increase the amount of MoveQuest that can go into it. So we'll just play it by ear.
No problem.
I have to watch how
Yes. Okay.
everything moves and works between these contracts, mathematic wise, and the impact it has and all that stuff. So we're starting out with 100,000 because I have to inch into it to make sure everything fits the way it's supposed to.
Wow. So if this interests you and you want to get started straight away, all the details on how to do that are in the description below. Or book a meeting with me via the link in the description and I'll help you get started. Or if you have questions, book a meeting with me via the link in the description. Have a great day.